All right, what up, y'all? Broken Games HDR, back at it. Another video. All right, let's get to it. All right, so PlayStation has opened a brand new studio with Jason Blundell, who everybody gives credit for being the genius behind Call of Duty Zombies. And the new studio is called Dark Outlaw Studio. All right, so he's former Treyarch because Call of Duty they got three, maybe four studios by now that rotate working on Call of Duty. Reading this from Video Game Chronicles. So, former Treyarch co-studio head Jason Blundell, who was one of the lead creators of Call of Duty Zombies before leaving Activision in 2020 after 13 years. So, after he left Activision, he went to be one of the co-founders of Deviation Games. Right? If y'all remember, that was like 2 years ago, and PlayStation had like a collaboration, a partnership with Deviation Games to make some exclusive game, right? That shit didn't happen. They had layoffs, then they got shut down. Shit just didn't work out. So now I guess PlayStation is so impressed with Jason Blundell and they trust him that they are giving him his own studio under the PlayStation umbrella, where he's probably going to make some first person shooter game that I would assume, right? Probably multiplayer. If it's multiplayer, then it's probably live service because the two just go hand in hand with each other. That's what I would assume he's making based on his history. So he did an interview with Jeff Gersman, and he confirmed that the studio is now staffing up and he would have more to share in the future. And here's his quote. He said, "I've had the amazing opportunity to create a new studio within PlayStation Studios for Sony. The studio is called Dark Outlaw. I kind that name is okay. I'm okay with that name. I'm interested to see what the logo is more than the name. I'm always like very interested and curious to see uh what logo these game studios come up with. Because I don't think it's out there yet. No, I'm looking it up. Nah, there's no logo or anything like that yet. The studio is called Dark Outlaw. We've been working away in the shadows for a while. This has been heavily rumored for a while. Of course, we've heard about this that after Deviation shut down, through like people looking at LinkedIn pages and sources saying that Jason Blundell is actually at PlayStation and all that stuff. So we've heard that. He said it's such a privilege to be able to do it with Sony as a new first party studio. Sony doesn't start up first party studios all the time. Very true. So to have that privilege is very humbling. Yeah, he's not lying about that. Sony does not open studios, um, like brand new studios from the ground up and make somebody the head just every day. That's not something they do very often. It's pretty damn rare. Um, he didn't confirm where they're at during the production schedule, what they're working on, anything like that. So we don't have those details. He said the team is starting to gel and yada yada, all that good stuff. All right. Um, what I don't what how do I feel about this? So first of all, let me just say I'm not a Call of Duty fan. I think Zombies the mode is one of the most boring modes ever created. And that's not a hot that well, it's a hot take to some, but that's something that I've always said. I remember when I'm not a fan of Call of Duty multiplayer in general. Like I've been saying this for like a decade. I was saying it before it was popular. I was never a fan like that, right? Always thought the multiplayer was overrated. Always found it kind of boring. Same thing with zombies. I thought like when I thought like I was something was wrong with me, because everybody used to rave about this zombies mode and zombies is so fun. I play zombies mode and I lie to you not. The first time I played it a few times, but I fell asleep. I was falling asleep. That mode is NyQuil. I never understood what people saw in that mode. The shit is straight just sleepy time for me, counting sheep. So, but people credit him as the genius behind it, and it was a big deal when it came out. It continued to be a big deal throughout the different modes, throughout the different games. that it was in Call of Duty. So he's an industry veteran, and they probably got, like I said, the PlayStation catalog lacks a great first person shooter. So I would assume that's what they have given him the opportunity to make. Um, so I kind of feel indifferent about it. I feel more I have more faith in what he would make over whatever the fuck what is it, Jade Raymond and Haven Studios is making with Fair Games. I have no faith in that Fair Games bullshit. Um, I think that shit's gonna be trash. What is it, Marathon, Bungie's making like 2 games or something like that, and then I think PlayStation split part of them off to work on some other new project. I got no faith in all none of that shit. Just for the record, just so y'all know. I just got no faith in that shit. So Jason Blundell, even though I don't care about zombies, I don't like anything he's done. I see how his talent and how his pedigree and what he's done in the past could contribute to making a game I could like. He's just not made anything that I've been interested in the past. So I don't know. Like a lot of these announcements and a lot of these moves that PlayStation makes, it's just like, okay, cool. They got a new studio. I hope it turns into a game and a product that I actually like. I'm sorry I don't have like more to say about this. I mean, there's not much there. There's not much information there. Especially in the wake of a lot of the decisions that they've made when it comes to their like multiplayer games and new studios, and it's just like they haven't proven to me that they know the right games to green light yet as far as multiplayer goes. And like I said, I'm assuming this is multiplayer. Is I don't know. They haven't proven to me that they know what the fuck to look out for, that they are good shepherds and good evaluators of like a multiplayer game or even a first person shooter or anything like that in that realm. So those are my feelings. Let me know what y'all think. Sorry I don't got more, but just wanted to make a video talking about it. So we'll see. Probably in about I mean 3, 4 I mean 4 years. We might this game they working on might not come out for about 4 more years. That this shit might come out at the end. It's probably the end of this generation. It might be on PS6. Um, if we give them credit that they've been working on it for, let's say, when did Deviation shut down? Let me see. Deviation Games shut down. It shut let me see. That wasn't this year. Wasn't it last year? Let's see. Where the why can't I find the original article? Oh, that was last year. Okay, March 9th last year. March 9th last year, and Jason Blundell left before that. So let's give him credit for a year and a half. On average, y'all know how, and I assume this is going to be like some AAA game. Y'all know how long AAA games take to make now, especially um, you know, the first IP, making an original IP. Yeah, I'm a that's gonna take some time. We might see that shit in 2028, 2029. So nothing to get excited about right now. Let me know what y'all think about this. I'm out. Hit the like button, follow me on Twitter, all that good shit. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.